Since its initial announcement trailer back in 2021, Gotham Knights has been eagerly awaited by Arkham fans as the next Batman game to follow the epic conclusion of Rocksteady's Arkham trilogy. And regrettably, the game has received mixed reviews since its recent release. Overall, the game has received mediocre to poor and average to excellent reviews from both reviewers and players. A new comparison video tries to draw attention to what appears to be a graphical difference between Batman, Arkham Knight from Rocksteady, and the most recent release by WB Games Montreal, suggesting that the hype may not have lived up to expectations. YouTuber NikTek compares the gameplay of Arkham Knight to Gotham Knight in a variety of similarly themed tasks over the course of 3 minutes. In just 3 days, the video has received over 1.5 million views and still counting. It should be noted that some of these aren't really direct comparisons, more like apples and oranges. For instance, unlike the Batmobile, the Batcycle is not actually designed for battle. It would also be more accurate to compare the heroic movement of the Gotham Knights to Batman's Cape Glide. The video compares the graphics of Gotham City, the summoning and use of the Batcycle and Batmobile, traversal elements like the grappling hook from Gotham Knights and Batman's Cape Glide, among other things, before moving on to gameplay of Arkham. NikTek then makes his way across Gotham in WB's version solely to draw attention to the game's jumbled dull graphics and lack of an atmospheric tone despite the same weather. They continue by comparing both games further by exploring the city while driving either the Batmobile or the Batcycle. The Arkham series by Rocksteady was widely viewed as the greatest superhero game experience offered. Batman: Arkham Asylum introduced the series with an exploration style similar to Metroidvanias, and Arkham City and Arkham Knight expanded the scope of the Dark Knight to include a completely explorable Gotham City. Gotham City is a sight to behold, and traveling about it on Batcycles or while gliding is a joy. The exploring is still strong, exactly like in earlier games. However, WB made serious mistakes in terms of gameplay. Gotham Knights chooses to remove most of what made Arkham Asylum's combat system so brilliant, reducing it to a mere key on the keyboard exercise. This genre-defining fighting system was eventually utilized in Spider-Man PS4 and even Middle-earth title. When it comes to bringing comic books to life, the Arkham series continues to be a masterclass in storytelling, characters, writing, and gameplay. Even if the majority of players prefer playing as superheroes rather than merely sidekicks, Gotham Knights' idea has a lot going for it. The story in WB Games Montreal's Gotham Knights continues the tale of Batman's demise. A new generation of heroes must emerge to defend Gotham City now that Batman is incapacitated and serve as the city's true saviors. This makes it possible to play 4-player co-op employing all knights at once. Additionally, the game's adversaries, the Cryptic Court of Owls, are among the most mysterious in all of Batman lore. Even if there are some bright spots, the majority of what Gotham Knights has to offer is either average or has been done before, but with poor execution. We can assume that even Batman's utility belt won't be of much assistance in this circumstance. The events of Gotham Knights begin with the death of our favorite edgelord, as previously indicated. But as soon as the credits start to roll, the narrative swiftly turns into an unsurprising and nonsensical mess. The Bat family of characters, however, is the sole ray of sunshine on an otherwise gloomy horizon. The majority of the time, Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood are well-written and appealing characters. Red Hood's terrible background is clearly visible and is as fascinating as ever, despite the fact that he can occasionally be rather shallow. The cherry on top of this underwhelming Batcake are the glitches and the stuttering frame rate. Numerous reviewers noted anything from commonplace amusing issues to frame dips and game-breaking crashes. Outfits must be made by gathering various materials rather than via the Spider-Man approach. The random RPG components have an awkward and puzzling user interface and serve largely as filler for the main plot. It turns out that Batman wasn't there to see this, which is a good thing. Of course, it is not quite that easy. Batman: Arkham Origins, created by WB, while it wasn't universally regarded in the same high respect as Rocksteady's trilogy, it was still a fantastic game that was easily comparable to the original trilogy. The key difference between Arkham Origins and Gotham Knights is because Rocksteady had previously established a successful concept with Arkham Origins, which WB could readily adopt. But because the creators of Gotham Knights had so much more creative freedom, they had to make far tougher choices. Both Spider-Man and the Arkham trilogy had rapid, inventive movements, but they were both rather typical superhero games. Instead, it adopts a different methodology, packing an update system that was intended to encourage modest incremental improvements, but all it really encourages is pressing the off button. But when it's in a fight, it reveals its true colors. In the end, this was nothing more than the usual error of creating a game that one thinks the market wants rather than one that one wants to create. Since Batman: Arkham Asylum was released and shown how excellent superhero video games could be, fans have been asking for a Batman Beyond game. Although a Gotham Knights sequel is improbable, further Batman video games in the same style as the Arkham series are always a possibility. Since there is no such thing as too many Batman video games, WB may be long time, rumors of canceled Batman video games had been circulating. While some reports indicated that a John Wayne Elseworld Batman game was being considered, others verified that a Damian Wayne Batman game had been canceled. Although the Arkham series has been around for a while, these games have matured like excellent wine. In light of this, even if Gotham Knights is not as horrible as some would have believed, it is understandable that many people still think Batman: Arkham Knight and its predecessors are the superior games. It's critical to keep in mind that Gotham Knights reviews are ultimately unfavorable despite all the negative things made about WB Games Montreal's most recent game. Some people really hate it, while others simply like it. That's just how the video game industry is, particularly with titles for which fans have been eagerly awaiting since the release of the trailer. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it so far. If so, then subscribe to the channel and like the video in order to see more gaming content like this in future. Comment down below what are your views about the game and what video do you need next. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, bye bye.